the first rally to bring awareness and consciousness to what's happening right around the corner in our jail, and families are here. But before we get started this evening, I'd like for us to take a moment of silence for Almighty to look upon our sons and our daughters who are being placed in harm's way unnecessarily. Because if you said on July 25th, you obliterated their nuclear capabilities, then what are we doing there now? Certainly we can't be talking about a regime change because we pulled out of Afghanistan after 20 years, and the same people we thought we had driven out are right back in control in Afghanistan. So just for a moment, for our sons and our daughters, and they're our sons and daughters, and not the rich people, because their kids will not be on that battlefield. So just for a moment, let's take a moment of silence. Ashe. I'm glad we're out here. We're brothers and sisters, and we've gathered here. And what I like to tell people is, you don't have to be my blood brother, my blood sister to be my family. So today we're here as family, as one unit. Now, Dr. Bell, he knows the history of the Black Panther that you see in front of that courthouse. That Black Panther was a symbol that how Fort Worth just sleeps in the midst of at the end of the Civil War and during Reconstruction, and the railroad was on its way from Dallas to Fort Worth, and they ran out of money to pay the workers. So they literally stopped working, and the people of Tarrant County joined in to help finish the railroad. It was a guy, an attorney by the name of Attorney Coward, and he said, I was in the middle of a lot of hustle and bustle, but the people of Tarrant County act like nothing was going on. Well, I want to say the first thing today, the damn Panther ain't sleep no more, we woke. We're wide awake. No more injustice, no more tyranny, no more fascism, and no more Christian nationalism. If your God is so great, then I believe that you should gather us in love and kindness and not out of fear. Amen. Yes. So all of the families, black, white, whatever demographic you come from, that's been affected by the tyranny that takes place in the Tarrant County Jail, look around. Your brothers, your sisters, your neighbors are here with you. And just one time, send a message. If we don't fight, we cannot win. If we don't fight, we don't win. If we don't fight, we don't win. We're going to conduct our rally on the highest tier of dignity and respect. Pastor Price, when they meet, they call us names, they tell jokes, they do all kind of inappropriate things. We won't do that. We won't bring them down. They won't bring us down to their level. So today we want to stay on script. Those of you who are politically motivated, I want to remind you, please talk about the conditions. Talk about tiny tyranny Tim all you like. But we realize that we cannot make endorsements for any party, right? Or any politician. So let's stay on script. But the truth of the matter, we're here because Bill Wayburn is a no-good bastard. We're here because Tiny Tim is suffering from Neapolitan syndrome. And any man that has a little ego has a big mouth. And it's time to let them know, hell no, we won't take it no more. All right. So, as we start our program, we want to welcome Brandy Waller-Pace, who is coming to give us a freedom song. Come on, Brandy, give her a hand.
share with y'all. How many of y'all know the banjo is a black instrument? Did y'all know that? It was created by black people. So I like to use it when we're singing about our freedom. And y'all are gonna sing with me, because that's what freedom movements do. We sing together, right? Right. So, how many of y'all know we shall not be moved? Perfect. Okay, you about to learn it if you don't. Hold on. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Sing with me, y'all. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Fighting for our freedom, we shall not be moved. Fighting for our freedom, we shall not be moved like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Hand in hand together, we shall not be moved. Hand in hand together, we shall not be moved like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Fighting for our children, we shall not be moved. Fighting for our children, we shall not be moved like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Black and white together, we shall not be moved. Black and white together, we shall not be moved like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Fight against the jailhouse, we shall not be moved. Fight against the jailhouse, we shall not be moved like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Young and old together, we shall not be moved. Young and old together, we shall not be moved like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved. Yeah.
Price, I noticed you in the crowd. One of my speakers dropped off. So in about 3 speakers down, I'm going to invite you to share some sentiments with us. Thank you. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the next person I'd like to bring up is really the father of the struggle in the whole Metroplex. He's taught us how to protest. He taught us how to stand. And he is one of the people that I've modeled myself after. Please help me and give me some of those. Now, I thought I was back in Nigeria with those drums. As Dr. Bell come up, please give me some of that Nigerian African drum beat. Dr. Michael Bell.
No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! Today we stand in the shadow of 2 monuments. I've been asked to talk about the 10 Commandments. So we stand in the shadow of 2 monuments. One is carved in granite, and that's the 10 Commandments. The other is carved in grief. More than 70 people have died in custody in the Tarrant County jail since Sheriff Bill Wayburn took office in 2017. And the question before us is not whether the 10 Commandments are sacred. The question is why the blatant, almost in your face hypocrisy. One monument stands polished and permanent. The other stands in the tears of mothers, in the sorrow of fathers, and the unanswered questions of children who buried somebody the county promised to keep safe. And the question before us today is not whether the 10 Commandments are sacred. The question is, why the hypocrisy? You don't get the children, thou shalt not kill, into granted while people die on your watch and nobody is held accountable. You don't get to raise monuments to Moses while neglecting mercy in the jail. Because the commandments were never meant to decorate a lawn, they were meant to regulate a life. Thou shalt not kill. It's not a suggestion, it's not symbolic. When the state takes custody of a person, whether guilty, innocent, awaiting trial, battling addiction, or suffering mental illness, that state assumes responsibility for that life. Custody means care. Say that with me. Custody means care. What's that again? Custody means care. It means care. Authority means accountability. Power means protection. If more than 70 people have died in custody since 2017, that's not an unfortunate coincidence. That's a moral crisis. Yes, sir. And a moral crisis demands more than silence. It demands investigation. Yes, it demands transparency. Yes, it demands reform. It demands accountability. And let's talk about another commandment. Thou shalt not bear false witness. When families are left without clear answers, when investigations lack transparency, when death is normalized as just part of the system, that's not the truth. That's an institutional cover-up. You can clap right there. Truth doesn't hide. Truth doesn't deflect. Truth doesn't minimize. Truth stands in the light. And then there's this one. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Taking God's name in vain is not about a curse word. It's about attaching God's authority to unjust systems. It's about invoking heaven while ignoring and oppressing humanity. It's about using God's law as a backdrop while disregarding God's justice. When you put God's commandments on county property but refuse to confront preventable deaths in county custody, you're not honoring God, you're exploiting God. This, right around the corner, 10 Commandments, this is what hypocrisy looks like. Hypocrisy is not just saying one thing and doing another. Hypocrisy is carving righteousness into stone while tolerating injustice in policy. And let me be clear, I'm not attacking faith. I'm not attacking scripture. I'm not attacking the Decalogue or the 10 Commandments. I'm telling you, Tarrant County, that if you're going to display the 10 Commandments, you live by them. Because monuments don't make you moral. Accountability does. And today, the loudest monument in Tarrant County is not that slab of stone on the court, your house lawn. It's the grief of these families asking the same questions. Who is responsible? And until that question is answered, until systems are examined, until transparency replaces silence, until accountability replaces excuses, that granite monument stands as a witness to contradiction and a testimony to the hegemony of hypocrisy here in Tarrant County. You can't build monuments to commandments while ignoring the command to protect life. If you want the 10 Commandments on county property, then let them govern county practice. Because God is not impressed by stone. God is not caught up in all of that. God is concerned about justice. And that's why we're here today. We're standing with these families because God is concerned about justice. No justice!
Dr. Michael Bell, thank you, sir, for all your years, your tears, and your struggle. Listen, I want to bring up our next speaker, and this person knows well, or as well as any of us, the impact of what this has done to families. Right. The mother of Anthony Johnson Jr., Sister Jackie.
Hello, everyone. I appreciate everyone coming out to support us. Yes, I'm nervous. I am totally out of my lane, but we must share our story. Good afternoon. My name is Jacqueline Johnson, and I'm the mother of Anthony Johnson Jr., a Marine Corps vet who lived with schizophrenia and who was murdered inside the Tarrant County Jail on April the 21st, 24. I stand here today not just as a grieving mother, but as a founding member of the Families United for Accountability and Transparency at the Tarrant County Jail, a coalition built by families who have been harmed, ignored, and silenced by this system. Our founding members are Ms. Pamela Young, Ms. Cassandra Johnson, Mr. Anthony Johnson Sr., and Ms. LaMonica Bonner. We came together because our loved ones were failed. Right. And because Tarrant County has made it clear that without pressure, there will be no truth.
That's right, that's right.
No transparency, right. And no accountability.
That's right.
No family, and I mean this, no family in this county or anywhere should have to experience what we have.
You're right, you're right.
My son served this country. He lived with schizophrenia developed while in the United States Marine Corps. On April 19th, I did what families were told to do. I took him to Wellbridge, a psychiatric facility, because I saw his psychosis escalating. Wellbridge turned him away. They said he was not a danger to himself or anyone else, but they had history with him.
Yeah.
They knew his condition,
Right.
and they still sent him home. If they had kept him even 24 hours, think about that, 24 hours for evaluation, my son might still be alive today.
Right.
Later that evening, Saginaw police picked him up. At intake at the Tarrant County Jail, they evaluated him. And they wrote on 4/20/24 at 11:12 a.m. Notify supervisor, magistrate, and mental health immediately.
Wow.
That was the moment someone could have intervened,
Right.
but no one did. That's the first break in our system.
Yeah.
Less than 24 hours. 24 hours. On April 21st, my son was murdered inside that jail.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing, it was recorded. Two people, Rafael Moreno and Joel Garcia, have been indicted for murder. More than 10 others are named in civil filings. My son begged for his life. He said he couldn't breathe twice. He foamed at the mouth as he took his last breath. And the people responsible for protecting him, the people that we paid with our tax dollars, failed him at every step. And while all this was happening, the district attorney's office told us in 2024 that this case would go to trial that same year. Now they're saying fall of 2026. 2 years of delays, while the men indicted for my son's murder sit comfortably at home with their ankle bracelets.
Yeah.
One of them, Lieutenant Joel Garcia, even asked the court for more leniency. And let me tell you something about Joel Garcia. That was not the first time he stood by and watched a man die.
Pixel.
A KERA news investigation revealed that 5 years before AJ, is what we call my son's death, in 2019, Garcia was present when another Tarrant County jailer knelt on a handcuffed man by the name of Derek Wynn, who became unresponsive and died shortly after. Garcia witnessed that daily restraint, and he saw that danger, and he saw the outcome. And after that indictment in 2019, ask yourself, why was he still employed?
Right.
It is because of the culture inside that jail, a culture that protects its own, no matter the harm,
That's right.
no matter the deaths, no matter the warnings.
That's right.
And 5 years later, he stood there again, filming with another man, this time my son, laid handcuffed, face down, pepper sprayed directly in his mouth with his knee in his back, begging for his life. District Attorney Phil Sorrell is delaying our trial and refusing to indict for the chemical suffocation that the Tarrant County medical examiner ruled as part of my son's cause of death. And I ask every person listening to ask yourselves, why?
Yeah.
Why has no one been indicted for the chemical part of my son's death? Is it because indicting for chemical suffocation would expose the jail's failure to properly train staff on the use of pepper spray?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it because it would open the door to other cases, other deaths,
Yeah.
other failures they don't want the public to see? Because as long as they refuse to act, there will be no truth,
Yeah.
no transparency, and no accountability. And the community, you all, deserve to know why.
Right.
Sheriff Bill Wayborn released a heavily edited, TV-safe version of the video while my family watched the raw, unredacted version in the DA's office. We gave full permission for the unredacted video to be released. Instead, the sheriff ran straight to Attorney General Ken Paxton to block it, right before his re-election. Almost 2 years later, the truth is still being hidden. Judge Tim O'Hara disrespects us.
Yeah.
He threw my daughter Janelle
Yeah.
and my husband Anthony out of commissioner's court
Yeah.
simply for showing compassion. And he still ignores every call for transparency. Commissioner Manny Ramirez of Precinct 4, my commissioner, has ignored our family's request for help. I even asked him to investigate the chemical suffocation. And he has chosen loyalty to Tim O'Hara over loyalty to the people he represents. Councilman Carlos Flores, our representative on the Fort Worth City Council, has taken no action to protect the people in his district who have been wrongfully killed in that jail. And let me be clear. Mechanical suffocation happened because Rafael Moreno, 300 pounds, put his knee on my son's neck, who was only 150 pounds at 5'5". This makes George Floyd's death look amateur.
Wow.
It didn't take 9 minutes. It took less than 90 seconds to kill him. To date, Tarrant County has spent over $600,000 of your money to defend the jailers involved in my son's death. There is no end in sight to the total dollars that will be spent. Let that sink in. We still haven't even been to trial. We are being told that state statute requires the county to pay. But why at $300 an hour? Is it because there's something to hide? I've lived here over 20 years. I've poured my tax dollars into this system, and now that same system is making me pay for the death of my son. Why is there unlimited money to defend people who killed him, but no urgency to protect the people inside that jail? It took less than 24 hours to take my son's life, but somehow it takes hundreds of thousands of dollars, approaching more than $1 million, to defend the people responsible. We formed the Families United for accountability and transparency because our county has shown us that without pressure, without numbers, without community, they will continue to hide, delay, and deny. Our coalition is committed to traveling across Texas and especially across Tarrant County from now until accountability and transparency is received to expose the corruption, the incompetence, and the cruelty happening inside our local government. We are calling on community to stand with us, to stand with every impacted family, whether the harm comes from jail, ICE, or policing, because at the end of the day, it's all the same system. To the right of us is the 10 Commandments, and one of those commandments, to summarize, is to treat others the same, with the same care and respect you want for yourself. So I ask you all, as a mother, what would you do if you saw the death of your child on a video? Would you not fight? Would you not demand answers? Could you rest at all with the video looping in your mind that me and my husband have to go to sleep with every night when we close our eyes and we see my son taking his last breath as he foamed from the mouth? That's how I can document that, because it's something we visually saw. I watched my son foam at the mouth as he took his last breath. And am I expected to go on like the day he was born, October 20th, 1992, like it never happened? Is this the county we want for our children and grandchildren? My grandson's standing right there banging that drum. And because mental illness is real, it can happen to anyone at any time. We are not going anywhere. We will not be silent, and we will be here every meeting, every microphone, every election until Tarrant County has leadership worthy of the people who live here. We must vote, we must organize, and we must return humanity to this county. Thank you.
When I first heard that a Marine died from pepper spray, Ro, you're a Marine. Blackwell, you're a Marine. Anthony, you're a Marine. Any other Marines? We've been more than pepper spray. We've been gas. And I knew something fishy was going on. Tiny Tim must go. Teabag Kraus must go. And little Manny Ramirez must go. I want to bring to the mic another man, a father. This was this brother's junior. This was his seed. And now he lies in a grave. Please help me welcome his father, Anthony Johnson Senior Semper Fi, Marine. I'm supposed to tell you things. There's water in the blue and white igloo. Yeah, over there. Speak, brother.
Good afternoon, everyone. I truly appreciate everyone being here and supporting our movement. My name is Anthony Johnson Sr., father of AJ, Anthony Johnson Jr. And I stand here today not because I want to, but because Tarrant County left me no choice. The agony placed on my family is the result of a system that has grown comfortable abusing, neglecting, and killing the very people it cannot control. My son lived with schizophrenia. He needed help. He needed protection. Instead, he was met with force, ignorance, and cruelty. AJ deserved to come home. My family deserved answers. And this community deserves accountability. What happened to my son was not a mistake. It was the product of inexperience, indifference, and a culture that refuses to learn how to communicate with a mentally ill human being in their custody. When you cannot understand a person's illness, you treat them like a threat. When you cannot control them, you punish them. And in Tarrant County, that punishment has become deadly. True influence is not transmitted. And what Tarrant County has transmitted is a message of failure and disrespect for human life. For years, this administration has pretended to be efficient, polished, and professional. They praise their clerical staff, their jailers, their deputies. But behind that mask is a system that ignores its own rules, its own policies, and its own people. The Texas Commission on Jail Standards under former Executive Director Brandon S. Wood set clear requirements. Jailers must receive 37 hours of mental health crisis intervention training. Residents have the right to be free from abuse, neglect, and exploitation. These are not suggestions. These are laws.
That's right.
Yet my son died because those laws were ignored.
Right.
Our precinct commissioner, Manny Ramirez, has failed my family and failed this community.
Right.
We brought him the screening form from the jail intake. The one that clearly states, notify the supervisor, notify the magistrate, notify mental health immediately. Tarrant County ignored every one of those steps, and the result was death. Sheriff Rayborn was elected 2017 to 2024. More than 70 people have died in Tarrant County Jail. More than 70 families destroyed. More than 70 futures stolen.
Yes, sir.
My son AJ became one of them on April the 21st, 2024. And still, Commissioner Ramirez has not stood up, has not spoken out, has not even acknowledged the Sandra Bland Act, a law designed to protect people with mental illness in custody. He sat silent while grieving families were removed from the commissioner's court for speaking through their pain. That's not leadership. And that's what Mr. Ramirez has portrayed to us is abandonment. Sheriff Rayborn told us, my son had the strength of 10 men. You told us about the pepper spray affecting your jailers. You told us the jail check was proper. And then you came and went on camera and used my son's death as a talking point for your re-election. With the help of Judge Tim O'Hare, who has shown limited ethics and even less compassion. Texas law is not optional. Texas standards are not optional. The Constitution is not optional either. In 1975, Texas required all county jails to meet minimum standards. In 1997, the state requires written policies for the care and the treatment of inmates. These laws exist because human life matters even behind bars.
Right.
If you have a tongue, hands, strength, and knowledge, then you have wealth. And what that wealth comes with, responsibility. The responsibility to act with practical morality, to intervene, to protect, to prevent harm. But Tarrant County did not protect my son. Tarrant County let my house fall down, and now I cannot live there anymore. And as James Baldwin wrote, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. Today, I am facing it. Today, we are facing it. And Tarrant County will be forced to face it too. So I stand here today as a father, as a Marine, and as a man who refuses to let his son's name be buried under excuses and political performance. Accountability is coming. Justice is coming. And AJ's name will not be forgotten. Thank you.
Brother, amen. We're grateful for the Johnsons and their fight. The response that Tarrant County gave to the death of their son was another damn award from the jail system. Listen, a brother of mine, we are different colors, but brother nonetheless, pastor of the Broadway Church, who is active, who's in Commissioner's Court, he and his congregation fighting for the rights of people. Please help me welcome Pastor Rod Price.
I want to say what an honor, humbling honor it is to speak after the Johnson family. They have borne witness with their pain and are not allowing their son's name to be forgotten, nor his death to be in vain. And we give thanks for that, for their courage, for their passion, for their love. And love never ends. And I'm deeply, deeply grateful for their public witness. In 2023, Broadway, along with a couple of other organizations, including United Fort Worth and ICE out of Tarrant County, filed a formal Department of Justice complaint against the Tarrant County Jail, underscoring the disproportionate number of very troubling deaths which had taken place in the county jail since 2017. Among those deaths and leading that Department of Justice complaint was one of the name Robert Miller. Mr. Miller was a homeless man who in 2019 was detained, pepper sprayed, engaged in an altercation with detention officers, and within 24 hours roughly of his arrest was in hospital and soon to be dead at the hands of Tarrant County jailers. The circumstances of Mr. Miller's death were almost exactly parallel to that of those of Anthony Johnson Jr.
Right. Yes, sir.
And so when Mr. Johnson's death took place, and the Johnson family came forward to speak to the county commissioner's court with such passion and conviction and love, I was deeply, deeply affected and moved. I pleaded with the commissioners to lend an ear to what is happening in this jail. And to this date, the truth, the accountability, the honesty has not taken place. The Johnsons have asked and demanded over and over again that the release of the video be given to the public. A full accounting has still not been given to this community, to the Johnson family, and to the 70 some odd plus other people who have died in the Tarrant County Jail since 2017. I spoke behind Mr. Johnson on that day, deeply, deeply affected. And I was behind Mr. Johnson also, sitting in the County Commissioner's Court meeting on the day when the county commissioners voted to put that monument up on this county courthouse lawn. And I saw Mr. Johnson sitting in front of me take his hat off and throw it down in frustration. How can you put up a monument that says, "Thou shalt not kill," when so many people have died in your county jail? Abuse, neglect have mired this county commissioners, this jail. And the county commissioners have refused to admit what has taken place. Dr. Bell is so very right when he says, no justice, no peace, no truth, no reconciliation, and no pressure, no change. We are here to put public pressure on these officials to tell the truth about what has happened to Mr. Miller, to Mr. Johnson, and to so many others. To the Johnson family, your voices matter. We are listening, and we are standing with you. We see your passion, we see your love, and we will not let your son be forgotten. No justice, no peace, no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace, no truth, no reconciliation, and no accountability. No pressure. No pressure, no accountability. Yeah. Right. No, that's it. No change. We're here to underscore the need for change. And just because there has been change at the top level, unless there is truth and accountability, then things permanently can never be changed. We are here to face that, and we face it with you, the Johnson family. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Pastor Price, who's been a part of the fight. He's been a part of every effort. Thank you so much. I knew we were in trouble the day that they drug him out of there and arrested him, because I said if that could happen to a privileged white man, I'm sure as hell in trouble. Next, I bring candidate Tiffany Burke to the mic. Come on. Vote, 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 vote.
Good evening, Tarrant County. I said good evening, Tarrant County. I want everyone here to thank those who have come before me, not only to speak, but for those like Pastor Price and Pastor Bell, the Johnson family, who have been vocal, who have led this charge. I think we all need to give them a round of applause. What I want to say to you, though, is that with all of the work that they have done, we still have much work to do.
You're right.
And the promise that I will make to you when I become your next DA is that we will start making those changes immediately. January 1st, 2026 starts a new day where we will not stand in silence, where we will not stand in fear, but we will seek truth, we will seek justice, and we will seek accountability. I want to say to all of the family members, first of all, thank you for allowing me to speak today. You know, I would sit in my office and I would get a text message from someone or an email, or I'd get a news article that came across my phone to tell me that yet another person was dead after being in the Tarrant County jail. And after a while, we all kind of became numb because we just could not believe that there was yet another death in the jail. But I want to tell you all something, and I want you to hear me clearly about this. This is an unusual time in Tarrant County. I have worked in county government since 1999, and never have I seen the likes of this. To see over 70 jail deaths in such a short amount of time, it's unconscionable. And last March, the current elected DA wrote a letter to the Attorney General and asked the Attorney General if he had to investigate deaths that occur in the jail. Did you all hear what I said? He sent a letter to the Attorney General and said, there are people that have been in the custody of the jail, but they went to JPS. And so because they were not, quote unquote, in the county jail, why should we have to investigate?
Wow.
Your current DA sent a letter to the Attorney General and asked for clarification on the law in the government code. And I know you all already know what the Attorney General said. He said no. The only time you need to investigate a death of an individual in the care and custody of this sheriff is if they die at JPS, or in the jail, not at JPS. So that means that if your loved one has diabetes, for instance, and they are not getting the medication and the treatment that they need while they're in the jail, and they end up in JPS and they die as a result of it, no investigation needs to be done. Did you hear what I said? No investigation, no accountability, no answers to the questions for those families, no nothing. And that is what has to change. So for all of the people here who have had loved ones, Johnson family, Ms. Bratton, everyone else here who's had loved ones die in the jail, from the bottom of my heart, I apologize on account of the incompetence of our current leadership. Because at the end of the day, we are Tarrant. We are Tarrant County, and we demand justice. We demand accountability. We are Tarrant County. I can't say it enough. I want everybody to say it with me. We are Tarrant. This is our county. And we get what we asked for, and what we ask for from leadership is accountability. We need to elect people who will bring that level of leadership and accountability to the citizens that they serve. We shouldn't be trying to serve ourselves as elected officials. We are public servants, and it's our duty to serve you. So what I would ask for is that this not just be a rally. Let this gathering be the momentum that we need to go into 2026 and elect people who care about this community and who want to do the right things for the right reasons. We are Tarrant. We stand for those who cannot stand for themselves. We are Tarrant. We must demand truth from those who are in power. We are Tarrant. We choose compassion over cruelty and courage over complacency. So let's make our mark this coming election so that the people of Tarrant County can take their county back. Thank you all very much.
Wow. Teresa, there's nothing like knowledge. I could not figure out why everybody dies at JPS. But now you put the knowledge on us. We say they died JPS, and the whole while they're dying right back here in this damn jail. Wow, thank you. We gotta vote. Next candidate, Nadia Cardenas. Come on, Ms. Cardenas. Bill Soros must go. Bill Soros must go. Bill Soros must go.
And Manny Ramirez must go. We can keep that going. Hello, my name is Nidia Cardenas, and I'm running for Tarrant County Commissioner, Precinct 4. I wanted to start by, when I thought about what I could offer, as I consider myself to be a new add to all the work that has been happening around the jail deaths and to the activism that's been going on at Commissioner's Court. I thought about what would be something from my lens that I want to appreciate about the gift of the grief that the Johnson family has shared with us. So this is from a book called Holding Change. And it says, "Joy is not the opposite of grief. Grief is the opposite of indifference. Grief is an evolutionary indicator of love, the kind of great love that guides revolutionaries." And I know that Johnson said, oh, this is not their comfort zone up here when they came up to share, but I have personally been incredibly inspired by their revolutionary acts of taking their grief and having to constantly repeat what they've experienced and what they witnessed of their son's death, and to do that so that all of us can share in that grief and become revolutionaries with them. So I want to thank you so much for trusting me with your experience and with your stories. But I also want to invite us all, as I look out here at this very diverse group of people, I feel like what I see is people who deeply love community. And I think when it comes to what's going to be important in 2026, every day there's something new to be sad about, right? We're in a war, there's just so many things that to be sad about. So I actually just wanted to take this second to let us all just maybe put your hand on your heart, just take a breath, and the exhale is really important for the nervous system. So make it a really long exhale, even if you want to sigh, so we'll just breathe in and then just let it out. We'll do another one, we'll breathe in. Because I think what's different about everybody that's here is that we allow other people's stories. The difference between empathy and compassion is that to practice empathy, you have to think of a shared connection, as close to the other person's experience as you can. But to practice compassion, all you need to know is the other person is just as equally worthy and human, worthy of dignity as you are. And so to allow other people's grief and stories to transform you and how you show up, that's compassion, and that's what I see here in this space, and that's what I think we need in our elected leaders. And I think we're also having to answer the question of, what does solidarity look like in this time when there's so many communities under attack? And for me, that solidarity looked like running for office, kind of a crazy thing. This is my first time. But I think for all of us, you're here because you're trying to practice that solidarity. And so I just invite us to continue that. And I also invite us to check in with ourselves, because to do this work, the work is hard and heavy, but it's necessary. And we have to be as well as we can, because the better we're doing, the more human we can stay, and the more we can practice that humanity with other people. So that's my invitation to all of us, is how do we keep each other well and compassionate and connected so that we can see the change in Tarrant County, because this is the year. If we see the numbers are wild. People are turning out at the polls, talking to people, and people are just like, this is how I'm channeling my energy, because I can't get rid of Trump right now, but I can vote locally. I can make sure that we have new local leaders who will push back on Trump. And so that's what we are going to continue to practice. And I'm just very grateful and appreciative and humbled by the families who are offering their stories to all of us so that we can be transformed and show up in different ways for each other in our community. And I also want to appreciate Bishop Kirkland and Bishop Bell, because both of you, I'm always, it's hard to prepare for Commissioner's Court because you don't have that much time, but there's a lot to say. But both of you always just express this level of kindness and this beautiful story. It's I just always really appreciate and learn from you and many others in this crowd. So again, thank you very much, and I look forward to continuing to be in community with all of you as we do this work here in Tarrant County in 2026. Thank you.
Please vote, please vote. Manny Ramirez, a former Fort Worth cop, former president of the Fort Worth Police Officers Association, who is now a reserve cop. I say we send his behind, I almost said something else, send his behind back to the police force. But one thing I want to say to my Latino brothers and sisters, once they defect and don't want to be you, don't let them back in your community. Yes. Next, candidate Nathan Smith. Candidate Nathan Smith. Please give him an applause. We're almost at the end. Thank you. Thank you so much
Hello, I'm Nathan Smith. I'm running for district clerk in Tarrant County. I'm going to start, and hopefully I make it through this without kind of breaking down, but I'm going to start with why I'm running. And she didn't know it until today when I saw her. And I asked her if it was okay if I told this story. So the reason I'm running is because of Miss Johnson. Because I was in Commissioner's Court working for County Commissioner, soon to be County Judge Elisa Simmons. The day that Miss Johnson came in for the first time to demand, to beg, to plead with the Commissioner's Court to have some accountability for what's happening in the county jail. And I was there when Commissioner Simmons got off the dais in the middle of the meeting and went back around to the lobby and met Miss Johnson there and gave her a hug, mother to mother. And that was very, very moving to me. And you know, I'm a combat veteran. I was an Army officer. And you know, you come back from combat and you move around the world in a different way sometimes. You have a chip on your shoulder. You think you've seen some things, right? You haven't seen anything until you see a mother grieving her son in Commissioner's Court. You haven't seen anything. And for me, that was the day where I realized that whatever it was, whatever my role was to try to make sure that that didn't happen again, I was going to do that. And unfortunately, it led me to running for office. But we're all very aware of how incompetent Bill Wayburn is, the county sheriff, and how he is the single biggest reason for these jail deaths. He cannot run that jail worth anything. But what I need people to understand is there's a series of failures that happen even before people get into that jail that represent failures of leadership at all levels in Tarrant County. And one of those failures is the district clerk's office, because the magistrate judge that sits there and is the first point before people enter that jail has a really important role to play in determining and vetting through mental health information, physical health information, and making sure that that information gets on its way to the jail. And what is not happening, the district clerk's role is to make sure that magistrate judge has all of that information, and that information then gets to the jail. But the current district clerk doesn't even have people in that process during weekend hours, during nighttime hours. So we've heard a couple times today how AJ had a mental health history that was documented. But I don't know if that information got to where it needed to be. That's unacceptable. Right. That's absolutely unacceptable. And I don't give a damn if I have to be up there at 2 a.m. myself on a Saturday. I'm going to walk that information down to the jail if I need to. Because we can't keep doing this. So I really admire the grace of the Johnson family that I've seen in Commissioner's Court and here. I never met AJ, but he's about 5 years younger than me. He's about the same age as a lot of the soldiers that I had. And when I saw that picture of him in uniform, I saw some of my young soldiers there, and I think that's why it hit me so much too. So as your next district clerk, what I can pledge to you is I'm going to do everything that I can possibly do to make sure there are no Miss Johnsons anymore.
Trey Wormley's mom is here, Miss Cassandra. His sister's in Commissioner's Court all the time. She won't let him rest for the murder of her son right here in this jail. Please give it up for the Queen, Cassandra. I apologize, I skipped your name in my haste. Sound man. Don't forget the water right here in the cooler to my right.
Good afternoon to all. Thank you for coming out on this beautiful day. I'm Cassandra Johnson, the mother of Traylon Wormley, who died inside of Tarrant County Jail on July the 20th, 2022. I don't care how I sit and write a speech. I tried to use this here. Wrote my speech and got up here and it's been deleted. So what God wants me to do today, because I live this, He wants me to speak from the core of my belly. He wants me to get it out, because when I go to Commissioner Court, you got 3 minutes, yet I have taken off my job, missing 8 hours, to just give them a dab of this. And then you gotta look around, make sure you don't go over the 3 minutes, or you're gonna be escorted out. So I wanna say, bear with me today. My son, Traylon Wormley, died inside of Tarrant County Jail, Green Bay, on July the 20th, 7 days before his probation court date. Traylon loved football. He absolutely loved football. Long as he was on that field, he was happy, he was stable, and he wore that big Kool-Aid smile. After he graduated from Mansfield Legacy High School in 2018, we struggled to get him the help that he needed. I didn't just work one job, I had to work 2. In late 2018, early 19, I personally took Traylon to meet, at that time, it was Detective Travis Wayborn. When I took him there, it was for a warrant for aggravated robbery. He stated to us, I said, I'm here to help. I'm Traylon's mom. He stated, he's an adult. If he can't go behind here with me and speak to me, with me, I'm gonna make sure this case get filed inside of Tarrant County. Case number 1581548D was filed. But I didn't stop there. I kept going. I kept pushing to get him the help that he needed. After all the work that we had to do for Traylon, he was placed on a regular probation. I reached out and said, hey, can you put him in an area where he can help himself and, walk that walk? Because I didn't want to take ownership over everything. It never happened. My voice was never heard. After all of the support with the doctors, going out trying to find help, they kicked in my door on the day that we finally found a facility that'll accommodate his age, his injuries. They kicked in my door, Fort Worth PD, and arrested him on some baseless one that meant nothing. He had a paid attorney. Judge Wolf knew all about his medical history, but yet they took him out of his bed. 6 months in jail. 6 months in jail. I get a call, not from the Tarrant County, but from Tarrant County Medical Examiner, and tell me that Traylon Wormley was found unresponsive in his cell from apparently a fentanyl overdose. Help me to understand why. Right now, today, it's been almost 4 years and I still ain't had an outside investigation report done per Sandra Bland Act. Help me to understand. But I yet keep walking. And every time I have to go and pull this out, when I'm going to commissioner, I stop going there. I'm not going to jail. I start driving to Austin to let my voice be heard. And every time I gotta pull it out, I gotta think about the guns coming, kicked in my door on a warrant. When we already involved in trying to heal him and get him where he can walk on his own. Taylor was determined. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, families? I lived this. Did everything that we were supposed to do. And he still was arrested and died inside of Tarrant County Jail. It's time out. It's time. It's time to get out and vote. It's time to get answers. It's time for change. It's time for people to hear our voice, not just when it's voting time. It's 365 days in this year. I did my job. So when you don't see me, don't think I'm sleeping. I'm waiting until God give me that time to say, let's do it. Let's do it. He left me here for a reason. Because when they kicked in my door on the day that we were supposed to get him to a facility, if I wouldn't have followed the law and put my weapon in the storage because I had somebody in my household on probation, I'm right-handed. You see how I wear my hair? I'd have been dead.
Yeah.
But I'm still here.
Right.
And I'm going to get louder
white, if he was straight, if he was gay, I don't care what the color of his skin is. He was a person who did not deserve to be slaughtered in that jail. And I want to take this brief moment to say thank you to Dr. Michael Bell, who was instrumental in making certain we got rid of those no-knock warrants. Thank you, Dr. Michael Bell. Next, I have the unfortunate privilege of eulogizing this lady's son. She's a member of our local church. Come on, Sister LaMonica. Come on, tell us your story. Come on, Sister LaMonica. Show us some love. I'm with you, sister. Hell no, we won't go.
I couldn't wait to do this. First of all, let me say this. You never know the strength of a parent until they lose their child. A mother never knows her strength after carrying a baby for 9 months and birthing this child into the earth, to watch this child grow up to be something spectacular, something beautiful. It's always something awesome about the child that you give birth to, other than what they see when they come to Tarrant County Jail. My name is LaMonica Bradley. Chastity Bonner was my daughter. I'm a little emotional because I get real mad. And I am here because our family has been forced to fight the truth about my 34-year-old daughter at the time, a woman who should still be alive. We were told that she died from natural causes, but nothing about her death has been natural. Not the timeline, not the secrecy, not the way that this system has treated her or us. And in Tarrant County, natural causes has become the most convenient excuse for negligence. It is the label used when truth is too uncomfortable, too revealing, too damning. Families across this county have heard the same story over and over again, with deaths continue to rise under the Sheriff Bill Wayborn's watch. At this point, there might as well be a new category of death, the death under Bill Wayborn. Chastity never had heart problems. She never complained about chest problems. Yet, we wait months just to be told that she had buildup in her arteries. Wow. They care nothing about these kids, or you don't even remember their names when they walk in, but they sure know how to put a label on them and the purpose that they are in jail, which is not an excuse to lynch our children. Yet we wait months just to be told that she had to build up in her arteries, while at the same time being denied access to her medical records from the county hospital. Right. We are expected to accept a cause of death without evidence, without transparency, without dignity. But today, I want to speak about her legacy, because Chastity was more than a statistic, more than a case number. She was more than a line on a report. Chastity would never get a chance to see her grandchildren grow up. These babies would never get another Mother's Day with her. She would never attend a second birthday party, a kindergarten graduation, any milestones that mothers and grandmothers live for. Her life was cut short because before she ever had the chance to show the world what more she could become. And the truth is, allowing someone to die from neglect is not a natural cause.
it's negligence.
Yeah.
And negligence inside the jail is a violation of public trust.
Right.
When my mother and I arrived at the JPS hospital less than an hour after they called us, we were told that she had passed away at noon. When I tried to touch her face as a person that would, a parent, want to hold, kiss, and grieve right at that moment to say goodbye, I was not able to do any of that. We were told, well, the guard told me, stop immediately, what am I doing? We were rushed out the room by the correctional officer. Well, I wasn't rushed out the room. I actually walked out and told them to go to hell because y'all killed my daughter. Yeah, that's what I did. I left my mom there and told her I was fixing to go because they killed my daughter. From that day on, my investigation began when I walked out that room. We have had family members die in the hospital before, and we were always allowed to say goodbye. But because she died in jail, even the basic human moment was taken from us. And here's what makes this even worse. There are still 3 minutes of video missing from the footage of Chastity's death, 3 minutes unaccounted for, 3 minutes that could not be explained what happened, 3 minutes the public has never seen. And despite the Sandra Bland Act, which requires an independent investigation, y'all excuse me, I don't have my own glasses. Independent investigation into any in-custody deaths or cases have still not been formally investigated. Not by the Texas Rangers, not by any independent agency. We have been left in the dark while the people responsible behind delays, excuses, and missing evidence. So let me be clear. Chastity deserved medical attention. She deserved compassion. She deserved a chance to live. And now we, her family, deserve answers. We deserve truth. We deserve accountability. We will not stop until we get it. Chastity deserves better than what she received in that jail. She deserved care. She deserved dignity, and our family deserved honesty from the very beginning. What happened to her is not an isolation failure. It is a pattern. It is a pattern of neglect, a pattern of secrecy, a pattern of leadership that refuses to take responsibility while families like mine are left to bury our loved ones with no more questions than answers. But we are not powerless. We are not voiceless, and we are not going away. Every person standing here today has the ability to shape what happens next in Tarrant County. We can demand transparency. We can demand accountability. And we can choose leaders who value human life and who understands that a jail is a responsibility for people inside. The jail is responsible. Every hour, every day. So I am here asking you to carry this story with you. Remember Chastity. Remember Anthony. Remember the Warmly baby. I'm sorry, baby. I keep forgetting his name. Remember every family still waiting for answers. And remember that we won't change. We have to vote for it. Change does not come from the people who create this system. It comes from the people willing to hold themselves accountable. When it is time to vote, in every election, vote for who believes that no one's child should die in jail cells and be written off as natural causes. Vote like your life depends on it, because they do. That is how we honor her. That is how we protect the next family. That is how we make sure this never happens again. We will not move. We will not be silenced. We will not stop. We will not go away. We are here to stay.
Man, give all these amazing families that's been touched an applause. Come on, give it up for them, all of them. The next candidate I want to introduce, I'll simply say this, Pastor Ron. I don't know why more people over there don't ask questions. I don't know why more people don't hold people accountable. So I want to introduce this next candidate, Commissioner Elisa Simmons. Come on, give it up for her. Vote, 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 vote. All right, come in.
Good afternoon. I'm so glad to see so many of you out here, just like I'm always glad to see so many of you at County Commissioners Court. And the changes they've made to your ability to speak and address your elected officials, hopefully will not stop you. Hopefully you will be there.
Right.
Because you need to continue to be there. For
Right.
these families whom we are standing with today. And Cassandra, you can't get back to my office anymore unless me or my staff take you back there. But you gave me a poster of Traylon, and it is on my door. I had facilities put it on my door, and it's been up there for many, many months, 6-7 months, whenever you gave it to me. Because I want it to serve as a reminder that poster of Traylon is on my office door. I had facilities put it there, and I wanted to serve as a reminder, not just to me, but all the commissioners' offices are up and down that corridor. And all the county staff go in and out and back. That's where we do our business. And your son's image is there for everybody to see. And it bolsters me, and it reminds me of why I am here. So thank you for giving me that poster of Traylon. That's for me and everybody that has to walk through there. And LaMonica, where'd she go? There. That's my friend. And both of these women pray for me. They call me. Hell, I need more from them than they need from me. And so I thank you both for always being there for me. I'm just trying to be there for you. And so who I have standing next to me today are the parents of Shantae Broadus. Shantae Broadus was the last jail death of 2025.
Right.
This is her mother, Alicia Irvine, and her stepfather. Her mother, Alicia Irvine, and her stepfather, Tyrone Irvine. Mrs. Irvine is now a member of a sorority that she never wanted to be a member of.
Right.
So she's going to need you and Mrs. Johnson to help her get through this. you know, this is hard for me.
Right.
We are up against forces that are unyielding.
That's right. You're right.
And they are my colleagues on the Commissioner's Court. They are the sheriff, they are the DA, they are the district clerk, they're the county clerk. There are so many elected officials who are not wanting, they have no desire to do right by you, the taxpayers, and then these families. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. I need help. I need help.
Right.
And how am I going to get that help? Y'all got to vote. Look, I can win commissioners, I can win county judge, right? But if we don't keep this precinct 2 seat and or flip that precinct 4 seat, I'll be a county judge with a gavel just getting slapped around like I'm doing right now. So it is important, it is very important to vote. I want to apologize to these families because I cannot get them the answers they need. The answers are there. I'm being stonewalled. I'm an elected county official. And every other day somebody asks me, how many deaths in the jail do we have? I should be able to pull that up. I should be able to just run it down. But we can't get a good answer. We gotta, okay, are we counting babies in Sonora, or we can't get a good answer. I should not be running up against those roadblocks. When I called to ask JPS for her daughter's medical records, what did Shantae die of? What? She came to the hospital from the jail and died of what? Yeah, you see what I'm saying? What?
Right.
Nobody can give me the answer. Did she fall down and bump her head, or did y'all knock her across the head? Did she have a heart? Did your daughter have any heart problems? Her daughter had no problems, no medical problems. What did she die of? I told her, LaMonica, I told her same thing. Same thing with Chastity. I know these families. Trust me. I know what they're going through. I cannot help them unless y'all help me help them. And we've got to flip this court. That's all I have to say. Do you all want to say anything?
I am Alicia Irvine, Shantae's mother. I am Shantae's mother. She didn't have any preconditions. She's a mental health patient that was brought here, or was brought to the jail, and we're waiting a court date. And she was supposed to have mental health care while she was waiting. I got a call saying, get to the hospital. When I got there, my daughter was unresponsive. My daughter, from my opinion, was already dead when I got there. They got her heart back pumping, propped her up until we was all there to say goodbye. And she left me on December 21st, 2025. I pray for justice for Shantae Broadus.
Justice for Shantae.
Yes. Like they said, no justice, no peace.
And so Mrs. Johnson, all of you all, please embrace her. I asked her to come today because I needed her to meet you all. Pam, I need her to meet you. I need you all, Bishop Kirkland, Pastor Price, Pastor Bill, I need y'all to embrace this family. Help me, please, until I can get help on the court so we can help these families. Thank you.
Commissioner Simmons, one of my favorite people, because she dropped the F-bomb right in the courthouse. Thank you, Commissioner. Listen, Pam Young is coming, and right after Pam Young, we're going to call Teresa, and we want a photo of all of those affected families that are here today. If all of you guys will come closer to the stage after Pam, and Teresa's going to close us out. Throw your hand up, Jared. Jared is here, man. Talk to him, see what's on his mind, see what it is that he say he wants to do. All right? Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure serving at your MC, and I hope I didn't cuss too much.
Thank you, Bishop Kirkland, and thank you everybody for coming out today to support the Johnson family, Miss Bratton and her family, as well as Miss Cassandra Johnson and her family. Y'all please give them another round of applause. And continue to surround them with your love, with your prayers, with your support, and with your votes. This event today is all about raising awareness.
Right.
Everybody must know.
Right.
I don't care where you go, if you're a candidate, if you're an elected official, if you are a community member, tell their story everywhere you go, because your tax dollars are paying for their oppression right now. Right now. So it's our responsibility every time we are out in the community to talk about what is happening right now at Tarrant County Jail on our dime and in our name. And we can't allow it to continue.
You're right.
And the only way, apart from raising awareness so more people will know, the only way that it changes is when we vote.
Right.
In mass. It can't just be you.
Right.
It can't just be me.
Right.
It can't be one at a time.
Right.
We have to go in droves.
Right.
I'm talking about on Tuesday, March 3rd for the primary, and I'm talking about November 3rd for the general election. We can't leave any of our power on the table. And guess what? We have all of the power. We have all of the power. In numbers, there are more of us who believe in righteousness and truth than there are of them who are trying to uphold lies. And we need to get all of us to the polls. You know how we're going to do that? Each one of you have to multiply yourself. You have to multiply yourself.
Right.
You need to call people that you know and that know you. People that know, love, and trust you. That's the number one way we get people to the polls. It's not by an organizer like me coming and knocking on their door, but it's somebody that they know, love, and trust, calling them, texting them, talking to them, having a conversation, and reminding them to get out to vote and helping them get the tools that they need to go vote. Can I get everybody raise a hand? Can I get a commitment from everybody here, whether you can vote or not? Because guess what? If you're undocumented, you can still get out the vote. You can still ask people, vote on my behalf. So I want a commitment from everybody here that you will remind, text, call, have conversations with at least between now and November, at least 10 people in your phone, not no strangers, people you know, love, and trust. Can we get a verbal? Thank y'all. Patrice.
All of those families, I want you guys to come forth and do a group photo because everybody needs to see you. LaMonica, Miss Wormley, the Johnsons, Dr. Bill's praying for. Hey guys, will you join us in this photo? Miss Braxton's parents, real quick. I don't deserve to stand up here with you guys.